Pregnant women, what is something you wish you knew before you got pregnant? I've been with my husband for 9 years and they've been the best years of my life. He made me feel special because of how extravagant our dates were. He even took me to Greece just because I mentioned one time that I would want to go there. He's always been with me no matter what, even if it meant holding my hair up while I puked out a whole week's worth of food in the toilet. And he had a wonderful habit of calming even my most irrational fears, like getting mugged by a monkey. Even our intimate life was out of this world. Whenever he wore compression shirts, I had difficulty keeping my hands off him. At some point we spent hours in our room just going at it like rabbits, and I knew life couldn't get any better. However, a week after one of our fun nights I found out I was late. In a second, my life turned upside down. I didn't even know if I was ready to swell up like a balloon, or be bedridden, and worse push out an 8-pound baby in 9 months. But when I told my husband, he practically jumped up for joy. He told me he was excited to be a father, and he was going to make sure our baby received all the love and care in the world. I wholeheartedly believed him, but pregnancy was like a form of torture that I was not ready for. I let myself indulge in all my pregnancy cravings, and I swore to myself that I would lose it all after I gave birth. But after I gave birth to my son, my body somehow managed to grow and now I was 50 pounds heavier. Now, not only did I feel like I was trapped in my whale-shaped body, but my self-esteem had plummeted. My husband tried cheering me up by inviting me on dates and initiating intimacy, but I was so insecure that I refused to dress up and go out, or even let him touch my body. As a result, our intimate life devolved into nothingness. My hair also started thinning out, which made everything worse, and now I was even afraid to look in the mirror. My hormones caused my high school acne to come back, which was just added cherry on top. If I had to watch the number on the scale climb, I knew my old Ed might come back in full force, but I couldn't help myself and eventually gave up. I canceled my regular waxing appointments, had my hair in a dirty bun at all times, and wore my baggy clothes everywhere. I was ashamed of my appearance and tried to hide in plain sight, and it didn't take long for my husband to begin to notice that I was declining. After I accidentally broke the stairs one day because it couldn't withstand my weight, my husband sat me down and told me how concerned he was about me. He said that all he wanted was for me to feel like myself again. Instead, he had to watch me devour a tub of ice cream at 3 in the morning while I sobbed my eyes out. He tried cooking me healthy meals as well as buying me new clothes, but it was no use. I still didn't feel good enough to put myself together. Meanwhile, my husband's help with the baby took a huge load off my plate, but we still had no physical relationship since I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I started avoiding kisses with him and we just kept drifting apart. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize myself. Just the sight of my naked body could make me burst out in tears. Any closeness my husband and I had was fading by the day, and we walked around the house like strangers drowning in our own stress, alone. A couple months after giving birth I was venting to my friend about my marriage and body issues, explaining how lost and undesirable I was feeling. To my surprise, she revealed that she went through something similar when she had her youngest. I asked her if she ever found some sort of solution. She calmed all my worries and settled my confusion by recommending Obvi Elite pills. She started explaining to me how she tried everything to lose her baby weight, but as soon as she started taking the capsules regularly, it fell right off. When I looked it up to buy some of it, it seemed super promising and popular and I ordered some for myself. I remember feeling hopeless when I hit checkout because if this didn't work, I knew my marriage was as good as dead. I was still my usual depressed self, but somehow my saggy post-pregnancy belly started shrinking. Somehow, I dropped 3 pounds in 1 week, and as my body adjusted to the capsules, I dropped 5 pounds the following week. 3 months in, I realized I had shed a whopping 30 pounds. I continued to take the Elite pills and was shocked when I started feeling a sudden difference in my hair as well as my nails. I started getting my natural nails done weekly, and it slowly helped me get back into all my other abandoned beauty routines. I couldn't believe the difference the Obvi Elite pills were making. Even with zero makeup I felt confident since my skin was clearing up and I could pull off new voluminous hairstyles. All these small changes in my looks added up. When we laid down for the night, my husband would run his hand through my hair and tell me how soft it was, and how happy he was that I was taking care of myself again. He told me how much he had missed seeing me smile. After committing to using the pills regularly, the rest of my fitness routine came naturally. I began going along with my husband at the gym, and it became an amazing shared hobby for us. My husband asked what my secret was and eventually started taking the capsules as well. Working out and cooking healthy meals together bonded us in a whole new way. It felt like discovering a new love language. We were both slimming down and doing our skincare routine side by side every night. I was finally feeling like my old self again, better. In fact, my husband became increasingly affectionate with me, and as I repaired my self-esteem, we repaired our intimate life. Now we were connecting in a whole new way. My husband had dropped his dad bod belly, and we could barely keep our hands off each other. I was in disbelief that this new dreamlike chapter in our marriage had all started with pills. We were suddenly staying up all night together just to make love and talk about nothing. After combining the Obvi Elite pills with a new gym routine, by the time my son was 2, I was in the best shape of my life. I ran almost every single day and my skin cleared up significantly. My hair grew so much that it fell past my waist, and gave me a huge confidence boost. Living through such a difficult body-altering pregnancy,